We make Indian films which go international based on our poverty, based on our rituals, based on something like that. We've not made a modern Indian film which the whole world can say, oh yeah, this is my film.
Technically, we've all become very corrupt as human beings. We respond to niceness, but technically we should always be nice.
I don't have the fear of sort of saying, अरे यार अपनी फिल्म की इतनी तारीफ कर रहा है. नहीं, हमने 4 साल मेहनत की है. हमने फिल्म चर्न आउट नहीं की है. मैंने अगेंस्ट ऑल ऑड्स ये फिल्म की है. सितारे, it's a beautiful film and it's done very well. Is at the end of it a Spanish film,
Yes.
and which very very beautifully they have adapted it. But Tanvi is a completely different genre of film where the canvas is huge and people are real.
Due respect to anyone's performance, like Priyanka did in as Jhilmil in Barfi, there are very few mainstream people who bought out the stories and gave it the narrative it's supposed to be given.
Everything and everybody is so different. So I couldn't just look at one person, one story or one situation where I could follow because
I opened a foundation where I work for children, mentally challenged children. I go to cancer wards in Tata Hospital where the children are getting, I teach them, I do make them laugh. One day I was going to Pune and the school called me up and they said, Sister Dolores is very unwell and she wants to see you. She was almost on her last stages. After 1 week, the school called me. She had left the rosary for me. And it's in my temple now. On one side is my Guru Ma and on one side is that rosary. So I think that's why Tanvi is special.
It was a New York Film Festival. You got Mr. Robert De Niro to come and watch the film for you.
We were not expecting it at all. And neither did I ask her to come.
Yeah, but you texted his wife.
Wife,
I guess.
and she said, he's coming. Even the organizers were completely zapped. वो तो अपनी फिल्म के प्रीमियर पे नहीं जाते हैं. Seriously, वो आए, and he also said that they make good wigs in India.
Hi guys, this is Ankita Bhalla. You're tuned to Bollywood Bubble, and today for Tanvi the Great, we have with us, I think Anupam Kher sir needs more introduction, so we'll skip that part and we'll introduce you to Tanvi here first, Shubhangi, and of course Karan joining us. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I think I should be taking the first question with you. How special this is, because this trailer looks equally special. How special is this part for you as a human, not as an actor, as a human being? What it holds?
As an actor, तो उसकी पहली फिल्म है.
Yeah, so we'll come to that section with sir on that.
It's extremely special. I keep telling sir, I keep telling everybody that this is my second birth as an actor. This is extremely, I'm so grateful. I'm so full of life and full of hope and full of dreams now. It's like Azad Panchi now. I'm finally like, I'm here, I'm flying with my dreams, the horizon. So it feels amazing.
It's true that you found her in the class of
Master
actor
class.
prepares where you thought that she had the most peaceful face.
Yeah, the exercise is that I do a workshop, particular class called Rebirth of an Actor. So because people come up to an acting class or acting school or anything, they come up with their problems, issues. उनको कोई चल रहा है, घर का खर्चा नहीं देना है. So I think that the class should be started with no, there is no issue. So what do I do is, suppose you are 25, I say, okay, now you're 20, you're 15, you're 10, you're 5, you're just born and you're a mother's womb. So, and they have to do that with the eyes shut. So some people cry, some people do that. But I said, in your mother's womb, you're the most peaceful person. And then I do a kind of a video shoot with everybody, and I stopped at her face, and she actually was peaceful. It's very, very rare that people have, because no expression also has an expression.
Yes.
And then I told my CEO, my also executive producer, Herman, I said, I think I have found Tanvi because she had no expression. He said, no expression मतलब actor तो अच्छी होनी चाहिए. मैंने कहा acting हम सिखा लेंगे. It's like somebody, we need somebody like that. But she's very good. Very disciplined. I think that is what went in her favor, because we did not tell her for 6 months that what are we wanting you to do. I kept sending her small pieces. इसको ऐसे करो ना, इसको change करो, अब ये scene करके दिखाओ, अब ये हाथ थोड़े से nervous करो, etc. And then we also told her that तुम्हारा जो भी कोई social media है उसको निकालो. And ये कहती थी बाकी audition पे जा सकती हूँ? नहीं. एक दिन फिर इसने पूछा, सर मेरे को बताओ तो सही, That was almost 5.5, 6 months. So then said, yes, you are doing it. And this is easily one of the finest performances of the last 10 years and the next 10 years.
That's a lovely compliment to fetch.
Yeah. Undoubtedly, I'll say that. Undoubtedly say that. I don't know after that what she will do, but this performance of Shubhangi in Tanvi the Great is world class.
That's lovely. We'll take it from the start. It is Tanvi's were based on your niece
Yes.
incident
Yes.
you spoke about.
Yes.
That was the particular story which actually, I would say, unlocked the 22-year-old weight that you would finally pick up a film.
The point is that I don't need to make a director film.
Yes.
Because it's a headache. We are also producing it. I didn't want any interference from anybody because I wanted to make a film which I think can be called a film which is an international film. We make Indian films which go international based on our poverty, based on our rituals, based on something like that. We've not made a modern Indian film of which the whole world can say, oh yeah, this is my film. So that's why I went to Cannes, that's why we went to London, that's why we went to New York, etc., that we can make a film like this. And it's a musical which you can compare it to, I'm not making their expectations. No, I'm raising their expectations. It's like Sound of Music. The music is the most important part of the film. Yesterday, very strangely, Mr. M.M. Keeravani sent me a message. He said, sir, so many people say the soul of the film is the music, but I don't see it translated into thing, but you have done it. So I said, why is he saying that? I said, why? He sent me the end titles. In end titles, there is directed by Anupam Kher and then there is music by M.M. Keeravani. But I said, that's the truth. How can I not say that? When you hear the music of M.M. Karim's film, in this film, it's soulful. It's amazing. It will make you feel, it makes you cry. Yeah. It's cathartic. It purgates you. It's amazing. And I don't have the fear of sort of saying, अरे यार अपनी फिल्म की इतनी तारीफ कर रहा है. नहीं, हमने 4 साल मेहनत की है. हमने फिल्म चर्न आउट नहीं की है. मैंने अगेंस्ट ऑल ऑड्स ये फिल्म की है. Our financier ran away from the film 1 month before, and we have finished the film on schedule. We did not cut on the sort of the bigness of the film, and it is these situations which makes you feel, you are a courageous person even at the age of 70 where things can be, you don't have to go into that zone. Yes. So that's why I speak about it with passion, that it is a film which people have given their conviction and their faith in the story. And story is about truth. Truth and fire are very, very similar. You can see them from anywhere.
That's lovely. Karan, how was it the first call you got that you are working with Sir under his tutelage as a director? Because as I said, that 22 years later he's coming, so this must be something special. How was it for an actor to get that call and the August company of, I think, one of the most finest cast you could get?
You know, considered my ignorance, while I was there at the Om Jai Jagdish screening, I didn't know that Sir had directed that film.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. तो मैंने बाद में रियलाइज किया कि मेरे ब्रदर इन लॉ मुझे बताया कि अच्छा ये इज ऑलरेडी डायरेक्टर ऑफ फिल्म. मैं अच्छा आई डिडंट नो दैट, यू नो. तो मुझे लगा आप पहली बार कर रहे हो सर. अच्छा. पर मुझे सर का फोन आया था.
आपको पता होता तो मैं तो कभी ना करता.
नहीं, मैं तो सर ऑन वैसे भी पहली बार ही सोच के आया था ना.
आई नो.
बट आई रिमेंबर गेटिंग अ कॉल फ्रॉम सर एंड सर का फोन आया. अच्छा कहाँ है? मैंने कहा सर मैं उस टाइम पे आई वाज विद माय फैमिली ऑन हॉलिडे. मैं कहा मैं 30 तारीख को वापस आ रहा हूँ. 30 लगा जा. मैं कहा मैं 30 को आ रहा हूँ, मैं 30 को आपको मिल लेता हूँ. तो मैं दोपहर तक इसी बिल्डिंग में सर का ऑफिस है, वहाँ से मिलने गया था. एंड ही टोल्ड मी द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द फिल्म एंड ही मेड मी लिसन टू द म्यूजिक ऑफ द फिल्म. And he explained to me that it's a musical, and that somewhere really stayed with me because I feel like a narrative which is so sensitive and deals with a subject of autism to be told in this format in itself has a certain amount of beauty in it. And Sir made me listen to the music of the film, and I felt like a subject that is so sensitive and like autism being dealt in a way with music would be a very beautiful way to tell a story. And the part that he spoke to me about just resonated with me over a period of time of reading the script that sir had sent to me. And मैंने इससे पिछले वाले इंटरव्यू में एक बात बता रहा था which kind of also grew with me. You know, I feel like experiences grow with you. I have a friend in the gym who considers me a friend, and he's autistic. And उसकी ना उसकी आदत है कि वो मेरे को हर दिन का ना एक एनेक्डोट दे के चला जाता है कि जैसे पीछे he's like जून आ गया, बारिश शुरू हो गई. वो you know they speak in a very specific way, right? फिर बोलेगा आज बहुत गर्मी है. एक दिन मैंने रियलाइज किया कि यार ये टेक्निकली मुझे अपना दोस्त समझता है, बट यू नो जिम में आप सिर्फ हेलो हाई करते हो, तो मैं कहा मैं भी इसका दोस्त बनना चाहता हूँ. तो एक बार मैंने इसको हाई बोला तो एकदम घबरा गया. लाइक आई फोर्थकमिंगली सेड हाय हाउ आर यू, सो ही गॉट वेरी लाइक पर्टर्ब्ड. And I realized that my niceness was coming from a place of maybe an incorrect feeling. And then I realized that actually we should be this nice in life in general. Technically, we've all become very corrupt as human beings.
Yes.
We respond to niceness, but technically we should always be nice. And I felt like a story like this needs to be told because we don't need to be a response mechanism. It should just be the way that we are. And that's what Tanvi as a film is also. And she's got a very beautiful journey as a character, and the general conflict of the film I thought was very novel to autism. So that in totality was one of the reasons why I did the film.
Panned out for you.
Yeah.
It's true, sir, that long back you used to teach special kids at a school in.
At the Dilkhush Special School, I used to live in Marina, Juhutara Road, okay? And there was a school opposite me, and I was working like a maniac. And I used to cross these children of Dilkhush Special School. And one day I just thought, I want to do something. And I went, and it had a Spanish nun, Sister Dolores. She did not know I was an actor. So I said, Sister, yeah, she was Spanish nun, oldish kind of person. And I said, Sister, I'm from the National School of Drama, and I can teach speech therapy to children. She said, I won't be able to pay you. I said, it's okay, I'll manage somehow. Then she said, would you like to meet the children? I said, yeah. When I went and met the children, they all started, Anupam uncle, hello, we've seen your film, you do some comedy very well, etc. So she took me away and she said, are you some kind of an actor? I said, yeah. She said, have you come to learn how to do a mentally challenged person's role in this? I was very disturbed. She said, because before you, some people came and I think you should leave this. I said, no, I genuinely want to teach because I want to feel good about life. And I want to be like them in terms of no manipulation. She said, you promised me that you will teach here for a particular period and you will never bunk. So I promised her that I will teach for 1 year, and every Wednesday I will give 2 hours. And there were times when sometimes I was in London, sometimes I was once in Australia, but I will take a flight and be there for 2 years. I didn't want to do that. And I learned so much of goodness. There are such amazing, there was a boy called Savio, whose mental age was 3 or 4, and he was himself 14 or 15. So I used to take every Wednesday pastries, mithai, samosa, and I used to give it to them. So Savio used to feel a little unhappy because he used to think that he doesn't have anything to give me. Oh. And so he used to ignore me. So one day he was very excited. Savio was very excited, and he kept me and telling me, meet me after this. I said, okay, I will meet you after this. And throughout the class, he had something to go. And after the class, he waited for all the students to come out, and he was so excited. With great difficulty, he put his hand in his pocket and he took out a toffee and he said, this is for you, but don't eat, it will finish. Oh. For so many years, that toffee was in my refrigerator. So जब इतनी goodness इनसे आपको देखने को मिलती है, and then there was this another child, he is in Sitaare Zameen par, Rishi.
Oh.
Yeah. So he used to say, I don't like you, I don't like you.
Why?
So He said, so I said, I asked his mother, I said, why does he say that? So one day he made a, वो टूथलेस एड आता था ना जिसमें टीथ नहीं दिखाते हैं ऐसा, तो उन दिनों आता था, तो उसने मेरा फोटो उसके पीछे लगाया था. तो मैंने उससे पूछा भाई क्यों तुम मुझको पसंद नहीं करते? कहता आई लव यू ना, सो व्हेन यू विल नॉट कम टू टीच मी आई वांट टू नॉट लाइक यू. So I think, yeah, for 2 years then I taught there. Then I opened a foundation where I work for children, mentally challenged children. I go to cancer wards in Tata Hospital where the children are getting, I teach them, I do make them laugh. So I've been doing it. तो अशोक पंडित ने उस दिन बोल दिया, because I think I asked him, I said, he said नहीं आपको क्यों नहीं बोलना चाहिए, but ठीक है. That Sister Dolores was very fond of me, and I used to tell her आप जो रोजरी करते हो मुझे बड़ी अच्छी लगती है. Okay, Anupan, she used to call me, she couldn't say Anupam, so she used to say Anupan. Anupan, and she used to very softly talk like that. Anupan, what is it? Something bothering you? I just to touch this rosary. And then one day I was going to Pune, and the school called me up and they said Sister Dolores is very unwell and she wants to see you. So I went and met, and she was almost on her last stages. And then after 1 week the school called me. She had left the rosary for me.
Hi, that's so sweet.
And it's in my temple now. If you come to my house, on one side is my Guru Ma and on one side is that rosary. So I think that's why Tanvi is special. Because it is a lifetime experience.
Yeah, it's not
It's
just
based
a
on
film.
that. It's not that मेरी वो जो नीस है वो तो हमारे साथ नहीं रहती है ना, बट मुझे इन बच्चों का एक्सपीरियंस है, वो unbelievably loving, unbelievably good and beautiful children, beautiful. They hug so much. they वो जो आदि आया था उस दिन, आप थे उस दिन?
मैंने नहीं सर, मैंने
हाँ, आदि ने क्या कि आदि मुझे रोज फोन करता रहता है. ही इज ऑटिस्टिक, ही प्लेज अमेजिंग पियानो, और फोन करके मेरे सारे कैरेक्टर्स उसको याद हैं. So I think it's goodness of the story that needs to be shared.
Shubhangi, how do you see your character in a cinematic profiling? Because I'm not saying that we haven't shown autistic characters before in the cinema, but our reference points are so less, even when we come to Hindi films, and they're so restricted in their viewpoints, with due respect to anyone's performance. Like when Priyanka did as Jhilmil in Barfi, there are very few mainstream people who bought out the stories and gave it the narrative it's supposed to be given.
So before she answers, I would like to say one thing.
Sure,
I think
sir.
in our film, autism is the superpower.
Oh yes,
It's
extraordinary as you have called it.
Yeah, different but no less.
Yes. It's a very different, it's a very challenging story. But I think when I started with my research, like my first thought was that everything and everybody is so different. So I couldn't just look at one person, one story, or one situation where I could follow, because that's why I even asked sir that how am I supposed to get into the skin, get into the character, because I have to. Then he just said that from now onwards, in fact, like the day they told me that yes, you're selected, because by the time the 6 months, I think I pretty much had imbibed a lot of gestures and just like the characteristics, little bit of myself, of my own interpretation, what sir said, of my research and everything. And then I think then sir said that just do not stop watching, stop doing your research, because on set and when we start with our thorough this thing, like the
Research,
practices,
yeah.
research, because I will make you unlearn everything. So that's what he told me. Because even when I went to meet the real Tanvi, I asked him the same thing, that am I supposed to mimic, am I supposed to do exactly like what am I supposed to observe? So the only thing he told me was just observe her soul. So I think he just wanted to capture the soul of every autistic person and just bring it to life with his own creative interpretation. I think that is what his instruction was, and that's what I understood maybe later. But then when I understood, I think then I made everything, like I created this entire scenario and the picture in my head, and that's what I followed.
With a success like film of Sitaare, that's for everyone as performers here. I think I like more than anything about the film, I like the fact that goodness is there. There are things you're supposed to appreciate in general, as Karan even pointed it out, that there's no need too much complicated. Do you feel that that also opens a great window for audience to give the same amount of love to Tanvi as well? Because the
I'm sure
stories need to be
it's a
told.
great starter for our film. I genuinely feel that because you want to sort of believe that there is a section of people, a large section of people who are open to this film, this kind of film and this kind of thing. Otherwise,
Experience, I
लगता है
would
कि यार ऐसी film बनी नहीं रही है. So it will hopefully help us. But when the audience goes to see a film, they see it as an individual film. They don't think कि यार ये हम देख चुके हैं, अब दोबारा ऐसी कोई फिल्म आई है. And also, it's a pure, fresh concept. Sitaare, and it's a beautiful film and it's done very well, is at the end of it a Spanish film.
Yes.
And which very, very beautifully they have adapted it. But, and I'm not saying it as a superiority, this thing, but Tanvi is a completely different genre of film where the canvas is huge and people are real. So that I think to achieve that is very good. हमने इन सब एक्टर्स को सब जगह देखा है, फिल्मों में देखा है, सब में देखा है, मगर इसमें ये बिल्कुल ही डिफरेंट है. इसमें रज़ा साहब लगते हैं, इसमें ये मेजर श्रीनिवासन है, इसमें मैं इतनी हज़ारों फिल्में कर चुका हूँ, बट मैं इसमें कर्नल रायना हूँ. So I think characters are very believable in the film. Believable. Even though the actors are same people who have been working for the last 35, 40 years.
I know we are short on time, but to close it with the fact that going through your Cannes experience, I was going through all the coverage and I was seeing the material. It was a New York Film Festival. You got Mr. Robert De Niro to come and watch the film for you.
Yeah.
I mean, not you are friends with from Scorsese to Mr. De Niro, so that's a different thing, but still.
No, but we were not expecting it at all. And neither did I ask her to come.
Yeah, you texted his wife, I guess.
And she said, he's coming to the premiere. I said, really? And then even the organizers were completely zapped. वो तो अपनी फिल्म के प्रीमियर पे नहीं जाते हैं. Seriously, वो आए, मतलब मोहब्बत का इससे बड़ा निशानी क्या दे सकता है कोई? That I was humbled, I was excited, and he actually liked the music of the film very much. बाकी चीज़ों तो मैं थोड़ा डर के ही देख रहा था. And he also said that they make good wigs in India. मेरी wig को देख के बोले. हाँ, because he in Silver Linings Playbook I am like this. मतलब I had some hair, and otherwise he's seen me like this. So he said and then he said, music is fantastic. Yeah, so that was it. And then he asked for it. After 3 days, he sent me a message, send me the whole film.
Wow.
That I thought in itself was a
the biggest compliment you could
I mean, it was.
this.
Matlab, he is Robert De Niro. So the anchor, the host, introduced us to me because he was an Indian host, and Mr. De Niro was in the audience, and he said, "Now I'll request the actors of actors, Mr. Anupam Kher, to come and introduce the film." तो मैंने कहा, I'm so sorry, Mr. De Niro. I am a dwarf. It has dwarfed me. When Mr. De Niro is sitting, you can't call me actor of actors. So his wife is telling, he's talking about you. So he raised his hand. He said, he's a shy man. He's an awkward, shy person. But the world's best actor. And not only that, I think a lot of people loved the film. They came out, moved. They're still writing to me, and they were saying that we want to see it. When is it coming? I think that goodness that is got tapped. And the music. And the fact that we are not invoking pity on this main character. ये तो सबको ठीक करती है. इसका character हम सबको ठीक करके रखा हुआ उसने. हम सबकी ऐसी तैसी करके रखती है. We are taking ourselves, our characters are taking her very seriously, Colonel Raina or so many other people. She is like a breath of fresh air actually, which everybody wants to sort of inhale.
I'll close it with one last thing to ask three of you in just one simple word. It says Tanvi the Great. What's the greatest feeling you were walking off with when you knew that you were completing the film, you're walking off the sets and giving it to the world? What's that one great feeling if you have to encompass in a word, you took it with the film.
What's that great feeling? I think compassion.
Yeah, my word was also that, but I'll change to gratitude also.
Fulfillment.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's nice.
That's
I
nice.
think the kind of love I can sense here, I think people should also be able to sense in the theatres, because not complicating much, but in finishing the trailer, I was happy. And I by chance met him the very same day we were doing another interview, and he asked me, "Did you see it?" I'm like, "Yes." And there was a smile on my face. Because there are films which leave you with smile and your heart full, and I think that's how it's supposed to
That's
be.
all we need, and that gets. I'm sure that will get translated into audience coming and watching our film.
To good cinema and to more such stories. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so
Shubhangi.
much.
Wishing
Thank
you
you.
welcome to the films.
Thank you.
I should be saying that.
Thank you.
And all the best, Karan. It's a good year. We are having you on a road.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.